Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh and in today's video we will be discussing about the cyclone Mocha which is building over the Bay of Bengal, and it has been predicted that in the coming 1 or 2 days cyclone Mocha will be causing very severe rainfall and cyclonic storms. So let us first look at the timeline. First we will be looking at the news, then about what are cyclones, then what are tropical cyclones, then what are the conditions required for tropical cyclone formation, then what are the stages of cyclone formation, and then in the end how are cyclones named. In the end of prelims MCQ, this topic is of relevance from general studies paper 1, that is geography. Very important topic. Questions has been asked from cyclones in previous years. You should be able to know the difference between tropical and extratropical cyclone. Then what are the conditions for tropical cyclone formation? Very important point, both from prelims and mains perspective. Then now it has been seen that many a times this is also asked that the name of cyclone has been given by which countries. So let's see the news. It has been taken from Indian Express and this says cyclone Mocha building over Bay of Bengal, says Indian Meteorological Department. And how are cyclones formed and named? So first point is how are cyclone formed, second how are cyclone named, and then cyclone Mocha. So let's see what is happening. So according to the Indian Meteorological Department, cyclonic or low pressure area is developing in the Bay of Bengal. So first of all, where is Bay of Bengal? So if we'll see that this is the southern portion of India, then on the eastern part of India is the Bay of Bengal. This is north of Indian Ocean. So the Bay of Bengal lies in the western side, or you can say along with the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So cyclonic or low pressure area is developing in the Bay of Bengal, and this can lead to high rainfall in the next few days in the region, especially from May 8 to May 12. High rainfall or cyclonic storms, and these are few of the features of cyclones. Then weather system was likely to form a depression over the southeast Bay of Bengal around May 9 and then intensify into a cyclonic storm. See, cyclonic storms does not take place in one day. It is a process which happens over a period of time, and then it starts from a very low phase and then gets developed into a very heavy and a very severe cyclone which can cause a lot of destruction if it reaches its peak. Then the name of cyclone Mocha has been given by the country Yemen. So this is an important fact because this has been asked in exam that which country has given the name. So cyclone Mocha name is given by Yemen. Now let's talk about what is cyclone. Okay, see this image. This is exactly how a cyclone looks like if we will take an upward view. So cyclone is circular in nature. It means movement of wind along with water is what in a circular form is what cyclone is, if I will say in a very simple and a layman's term. So rapid inward air circulation around a low pressure area. So low pressure area is the most primary prerequisite for the formation of a cyclone. Then air circulates in an anti-clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. So what happens is, this is northern hemisphere, this is southern hemisphere. So in the northern hemisphere it takes place in an anti-clockwise form, and in the southern hemisphere it takes place in an clockwise form, and this is usually accompanied by violent storms and bad weather. So whenever a cyclone comes, what do we hear? We hear about the warnings that we get, then very heavy rainfall takes place, storms takes place, very heavy winds tend to happen from one place to another. So these are few of the features of cyclone, that if cyclone will come, then these are few of the features that will accompany it. Now let's talk about the type of cyclone. So majorly there are two types of cyclone. First is tropical cyclone and then second is the extratropical cyclone. Then tropical cyclone develop in the region between the Tropic of Capricorn and Cancer. Okay, so imagine if this is the globe and this is equator, then this is Tropic of Cancer, this is Capricorn. So what happens and what cyclone which takes place between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn is what is called tropical cyclone, and these cyclone are large scale weather system. So as compared to the extratropical cyclones, the tropical cyclones are large scale weather events and they cause maximum damage. And extratropical cyclones are also known as temperate cyclones or mid-latitude cyclones or frontal cyclones or wave cyclones. So the extratropical cyclones have many different names also. So if instead of extratropical cyclone it is written temperate cyclone or mid-latitude cyclone, then also it is correct. They occur in temperate zones and high latitude regions, though they are known to originate in the polar regions. So above the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, these are the regions where the temperate cyclones or the extratropical cyclone takes place. So this was about the different regions where the tropical and the extratropical cyclone takes place. Now let us know what are tropical cyclones in detail and how the formation of the cyclone takes place, what are the different stages in it. So first of all, tropical cyclones are violent storms that originate over oceans in tropical areas. So tropical areas means from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn. In this area or in this region, the tropical cyclones take place. And one or the other foremost reason being that cyclones takes place only on a water body, be it a sea or a ocean. So a water body is also mandatory for the formation of cyclone. Then it brings with itself large scale destruction because of the heavy rainfall which causes floods, then heavy winds which blow with it. It causes heavy destruction which is caused by violent winds, very heavy rainfall and storm surges. So now you know that if cyclone happens, what are the things which accompany it, and formation of cyclones, what are the prerequisite. First is a low pressure zone and second is a water body is needed. Then tropical cyclones takes place between the tropical region, that is Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn. Then the tropical cyclones originate and intensify over warm tropical oceans. This I will tell you why warm tropical oceans. Now let us first know that what are the conditions for tropical storm formation, then we will go on that how the formation takes place, because these are few of the conditions which are very explicitly given and this has been asked many a times, and this becomes important from both prelims and mains because you should know these things even if you are writing your answers. So few of the conditions for tropical storm formation is, first and foremost, the most basic thing is that large sea surface with temperature higher than 27 degrees Celsius. So a water body is mandatory. It can take place whether on ocean or sea because a water body is mandatory for the formation of cyclone. Then the temperature has to be either 27 degrees Celsius or higher than 27 degrees Celsius because the tropical cyclones takes place in hotter conditions. Then the presence of the Coriolis force, because the Coriolis force provides it the direction and the movement, that circular movement of the cyclone is provided by the Coriolis force, and Coriolis force happens because of the rotation of the earth. So when earth rotates on its own axis, because of the rotation of the earth, there is a force which gets generated and this force is called Coriolis force, and Coriolis force helps in the circular movement of the cyclone. Then small variations in the vertical wind speed. The vertical wind speed, because from the low pressure area to the high pressure area and from the high pressure area to the low pressure area, which is very important for the formation of a very heavy and powerful cyclone. Then a pre-existing weak low pressure area, which is like kind of the prerequisite or the mandatory thing for the formation of a cyclone, or low level cyclonic circulation. Then upper divergence above the sea level system. Upper divergence because from the low pressure area or the weak low pressure area, the air tends to move in an upward direction, or the air ascends from the weak low pressure area. Now let us look at the stages of cyclone formation. So there are three stages. First is the initial stage, when the cyclone starts to happen and the cyclone is in its initial phases and the low weak pressure area gets formed. Then the mature stage, it is when the low pressure area gets developed and the high pressure area gets developed and the cyclone and the air movement is taking place. Then the final stage, when the cyclone formation takes place and the cyclone formation is ready to cause mass scale destruction. Now let us look at in detail how the formation of cyclone actually takes place. So this is the diagram of the cyclone formation. So what happens? See, I've told you that the formation of cyclone, the mandatory thing is it needs a water body. So imagine that either this is a sea or a ocean. Then few of the mandatory things we read, that temperature has to be either 27 degrees Celsius or higher than 27 degrees Celsius. So 27 degrees Celsius is hot temperature. So when the hot temperature or the temperature is around 27 degrees Celsius or 30 degrees Celsius, it means the weather outside is hot. So when the weather outside is hot because of the sun and that high temperature, so what happens? This water body, the water body becomes hot also. So because of the water body becoming hot and warm, the air which is present on the upper side of the water body also becomes hot. Just change the color. Okay. I hope you will be able to now see better. Yeah, this is better. So the air which is present just above the warm water body, the air also becomes warm. So when the air becomes warm along with the warm water body, so what happens? So when the air becomes warm, so what happens? The air tends to ascend. So this air which has become warm just above the water body, now this air which has become warm will start to rise upward. Now this air will go upward, and this air, when it will go upward, what will happen? Okay, imagine this is air, this area has been covered by air. Now this air is moving upward and is ascending because of the warm air. So now when this air will move upward, this area will become vacant, and this area which was covered by air now has become vacant. So now this, what happened? This is the water body and this area becomes vacant. So when this area which was earlier covered by the air now has become vacant, and this becomes low weak pressure zone or low pressure zone. So now because of the low pressure zone, what happens is the air which is alongside it, now because the area is empty, this stretches air from the side directions, and the cold air which is present in the side direction then comes inside this low pressure zone. And when this air comes in the low pressure zone, again because of the warm water body, this also starts to ascend. So this process keeps on repeating itself, and the air tends to move upward, or the air keep on ascending. So when the air keep on ascending, it forms a high pressure zone in the upward area. So when a high pressure zone is formed in the upward area, now what happens is, just change the color. Okay, now it's better, I think. Yeah. So this high pressure zone gets created. Now when the high pressure zone has been created, now what is happening? A process gets developed that whatever air is coming here, because of the warm water body, it is getting ascended, and this area of high pressure, now the area gets high pressure zone. Then from low pressure zone, the air is moving to high pressure zone, and from the high pressure zone also the air will move towards the low pressure zone. So the air is going up also, and the high pressure zone will try to send the air downwards also. And when this upward and downward movement of air will get tangled with each other, and because of the circular movement of the Coriolis force, because of the rotation of the earth, this air movement will get tangled and starts to diverge from its location, and this is when the circular movement of the air tends to happen, and this is where the vortex starts to develop, and the cyclonic and the circular formation of the cyclone tends to take place. This is how things happen. And then because of the condensation process in the high pressure zone, the precipitation happens. And precipitation happens, and this adds on to the cyclonic storms, winds and heavy rainfall. And this is how it takes place. So what were the prerequisite conditions? First of all, the temperature has to be high. So first, done. Then weak pressure zone it's created. Second, done. Then Coriolis force has played its part. Third condition, done. Then wind divergence has taken place, vertical direction. Fourth condition, done. What were the other conditions? Okay, large sea surface, this is done. Coriolis force is done. Vertical wind speed is done. Low pressure zone is done. And upper divergence above the sea level system. So this has also taken place because of the upper divergence, and then condensation process and precipitation happening. So this is how all the conditions for the formation of the tropical cyclone or cyclone takes place. And if you want to see the overall chart, this is how it looks like. I was not explaining into this because this will get little more messy. So you can see this also. And the low pressure zone which was created earlier, in technical terms it is called the eye of the cyclone. This can be a terminology for you, that the low pressure zone which gets created in the starting is called the eye of the cyclone. Now let's talk about that how the cyclones are named. So the cyclones are named by the regional specialized meteorological centers and tropical cyclone warning centers. So these are two centers which names the cyclones. Then there are 6 regional specialized meteorological centers in the world, including the Indian Meteorological Department, and 5 tropical cyclone warning centers in the world. So 6 RSMCs and 5 TCWC. Then the IMD, which is the Indian Meteorological Department, it names the cyclone developing over the North Indian Ocean. So basically in the North Indian Ocean, which is the Bay of Bengal region, the naming has been done by the IMD. But it's from the year 2000, this was done earlier, but from the year 2000, a group of nations which was called WMO and ESCAP. Full form of WMO is World Meteorological Organization, and ESCAP is United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. Asia and the Pacific. So this group of nations was formed in the year 2000, and this comprises of countries Bangladesh, India, Maldives, Myanmar, Oman, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Thailand. So they decided to start naming cyclones in the region because they are of the region Asia and the Pacific. So they started to name cyclones from in their own region. So this was happening from the year 2000, and overall this takes place. Then India's cyclone corridor, if you will see, then the area which is present in the dark blue color, like the area of Gujarat, if you will see, then this area of area of Kerala and Karnataka, then Tamil Nadu also, then you can see Andhra Pradesh, Odisha. So these are the areas which are highly prone to cyclones. Then the light blue color, which you can say that the coastline of Maharashtra and the upper Karnataka and then lower Tamil Nadu, they are the regions which are moderately prone to cyclones, while on the other hand coastal area prone to cyclone is the east coast. So compared to west coast, east coast is more prone to cyclones, and this is the area of the cyclone where the Bay of Bengal cyclones or majorly the tropical cyclone takes place. So if you will see, the eastern coast is more prone to cyclones as compared to the western coast. See this. Now, in the end of prelims MCQ, any people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. Consider the following pairs. Region, name. Typhoons, China Sea, hurricanes, Caribbean Sea, tornadoes, South America, Willy Willies, Australia. So, cyclones has been named differently in different regions, and you have to tell me that which one of the pairs are correctly matched. Codes are 1 and 4 only, 2, 3 and 4 only, 1, 2 and 3 only, or all of the above. So, I think you'll be able to do this one. So, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.